Alright, this is Zaxter99 again. This is with YouTube, another YouTube video. Today I'm going to make you some super easy homemade donuts that are nice and hot, absolutely delicious, and it couldn't be simpler than what I use here. And I don't know if this is available to everybody overseas and everything, but pretty much anywhere in America or Canada you're probably going to find these in your local supermarket. They're pretty affordable, and what I do is just buy the grands. Buying this brand name is pretty important because they are some really good biscuits, and the flaky layers is also really important too. It makes nice flaky donuts. And I mean, why make this dough from scratch when you can buy this can for like $1.30 and make your own homemade donuts? Any flavor, you know, I have buttermilk here, but anything's gonna do great. And what you're gonna do is just open this can up, and I'm gonna put the phone down here, the camera down real quick, and open this can up and show you some of the easiest donuts you can possibly make. What you're going to do is you're just going to take these donuts here out of here, and you're going to put them down on a cooking sheet or other platter. You're going to come over here, and you're just going to grab, I just grab anything I can find with a small lid. Here I've got a lid off of a chocolate syrup container. And I'm just going to take my raw biscuits like that and take my cap here. No special tool needed. I mean, you can't get easier than this. Just press down hard and twist right there. And then what you're going to do is you might need to take a little knife or use your fingers, and you're just going to basically work that middle section out that you've cut with the cap. And that's going to be your donut hole. And so that's going to be your donut. You're just going to work all 8 donuts like that in your can, or as many as you need to donuts just that shape right there. Alright, got all my biscuits with holes cut in them now. Got my little donut holes over here with the inside of those biscuits. And again, they don't have to be perfect, people. They're going to cook, and they're going to taste great no matter you know, if that hole isn't the perfect right size, or if it's a little odd shaped or whatever, you know. Even if it's like that, it's still going to taste great, so don't worry about it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and make our cinnamon sugar coating. I've actually tried, you know, like a chocolate dip, and it was kind of messy and really didn't taste as good to me and my family as using a sugar cinnamon dip. So what you're going to use here is about 3/4 or a cup of sugar. I just kind of estimate it, and then what I actually do is I just put in probably a good tablespoon of cinnamon. Again, just kind of eyeball it. You know, you want about a tablespoon probably of cinnamon to about a cup of sugar, something like that. More times you do it, the better you're going to get at it. And then all you're going to do is stir it up. Just going to stir that up, make you a nice cinnamon sugar coating. So you're going to be dipping in your hot donuts. You want to have that ready before you cook your donuts, so you can dip them right in. Get a good mix on that. Make sure there's no big clogs of cinnamon. And that looks about like what you want right there. What we're going to do now is we're going to take our donuts here, or actually biscuits, and we're going to turn them into donuts in our fryer, which is heated at 375 degrees. Now, if you don't have a deep fryer like this, you can always use a skillet. And oil, I would highly recommend for donuts to use peanut oil. It is a little more expensive to buy the peanut oil, but it's going to turn out so much better when you use that peanut oil. It's going to give them a nice crispiness on the outside that you're really not going to get with the vegetable oil. The taste and everything is going to be a lot different with vegetable oil. So for donuts with these, I would highly recommend using the peanut oil. And what we're going to do is just cook them about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes on each side until they are golden brown. All right, we've cooked these donuts and rose them out of the oil about 2 minutes now, about 1.5 minutes actually. I'm going to check and see if they're done on that side. And the secret here is just make sure your oil is plenty hot before you actually dunk these, or they're not going to cook right. So you definitely want to make sure that oil is a good 350, 375 degrees before you dip down those donuts. And those look about perfect on that side. We're going to go ahead and dunk them here on this side for about another minute, minute and a half, until they're the same color and nice golden brown, just like that. All right, it's been about another minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes on that second side. We're going to go ahead and lift the basket here out of the hot oil and let these things drain. If you're using a skillet, I definitely recommend having some paper towels handy. Get them on some paper towels as quick as you can, or a cooling rack with some paper towels underneath. Let that grease drain out of them. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and take a plate that I have, paper plate coated with some paper towels. I'm going to go ahead and take my first donut out of here. I'm going to set it down, let it start draining on there, and we're going to take it right over here, and we're going to take this, have a little bit of remains from the previous whatever was cooked in our fryer here. That biscuit is nice and hot. We're going to go ahead, while it's nice and hot, put it right in that sugar, flip it on over, just give it a nice spin. Try to get a little bit of sugar in the inside there, not real hard. Then maybe roll it around just like that, and then set it back on your paper towel, and you have a nice delicious donut ready to eat right there. And you're just going to do that with all your remaining donuts. Go ahead and deep fry them on both sides, about 1.5 to 2 minutes on each side. Go ahead and cook up those donut holes too. Definitely throw those away, those middle pieces, and they make nice fluffy donut holes. So that's as easy as it is for making nice homemade donuts. Really simple, couldn't be simpler. And thanks for watching this YouTube video. Be sure you leave comments below, any questions or suggestions you have, comments that you have, and subscribe if you want to. Signing off for $6.99.